at Seattle International Comedy Competition, which is a fucking huge, big fucking deal. So put your hands together for Evelyn Jensen!
Give it up for Ken. What a host. Great. I like it. Thank you for having me, Olympia. I'm excited to be here. Hey, Mom, TV, what's up? She's in Minnesota. She has no idea what's happening. I'll forward her the URL. That's what they call it, right? Internet web links. I like how it took literally no time to get a heckle tonight. Like, it was like 0 to 60. Like, Ken was like, so anyway, and the guy was like, I'm not racist! Stop attacking me! Jesus Christ. I feel like Amanda went in the back and like there was a sign that was like, we've been blank days accident free, and like rubbed out a 1 and like wrote a 0. That's the vibe. I like it. Never thought we'd get a heckler in like this beautiful art space, but here we are. Hey, anything can happen. Anything is possible, nothing is real. It's my favorite mantra. Feel free to take it. It'll make you do weird things, like take acid and watch Good Will Hunting. You know what I mean? It's like kind of a night, whatever. It's 420, get fun. Anyway, a little bit about me. I'm not from here originally, I'm from Minnesota. Whenever I tell people that, they're always like, oh, you don't seem like you're from Minnesota. The rest of my family definitely seems like they're from Minnesota. I'll give you an example. One time my grandpa was talking about the best pasta that he ever had in his life in Italy. How incredible it was, right? Oh, delicious. And my grandma just like turns around and like shakes him from this reverie. He's like, Bob, that wasn't in Italy, that was an Epcot Center. And I want to get there, you know? Like, I want to get there. I want to be so Minnesotan that even Disney World is a cultural experience. You know? Man. I don't blame him though. Like, I don't blame him. Like, tastes out there are weird. Cuisine is strange. A lot of salted white fish, you know? It's that kind of a vibe. Like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but actually dental health in Minnesota is very poor because toothpaste is too spicy. Ugh! You know? What is this, Crest? Ah! Just give me some ketchup, you know what I mean? It's that kind of a vibe. Every night tastes like meatloaf. Ooh. Glad I don't have an accent. Very happy about that. Glad I don't have an accent. I feel like if I did, no one would take me very seriously. I was watching an episode of Cops one time. Took place in Minneapolis. This young hotshot cop gets out of his car, right, and like walks up to this woman, just goes, so, you out prostituting today? What the fuck? Come on, where do you go after that? What do you, like, how do you do your job as a cop after saying a phrase like that? Like, what do you say next to that person? You know, like, oh, ma'am, I'm sorry, you're under arrest for tooting around. There's just no logical next step. She just walks away. She's like, oh my God, these handcuffs are made of old corn husks. I can just, bye, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It's very silly. I feel like dirty talk with a Minnesotan accent would be difficult at best. Yeah, you're like, I will not ever do it again. You're like, experience, yes, it's no fun. I'm sure it can only be done like interspecies, right? The non-Minnesotan would just be like, oh my God, am I just fucking a DVD copy of Fargo? What is this? Right? Hold it up to the light. A lot of lake puns, I'm sure, you know. Gonna take you out on that lake and ride you like a sea-doo. In that scenario, there's dirty talking to a sea-doo, actually. Into some kinky shit out there. Do not go there. Don't go there. My favorite fun fact about Minnesota is that there's a pageant there where if you win, they will carve your face out of butter and display it at the state fair for 2 weeks. That's what you get. Yeah. So like in Minnesota, being a butterface is like the highest honor, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, no, you're not ugly. You are the most beautiful. So much so that we have imprinted your face onto our most beloved animal byproduct. Because in Minnesota, art is an art that's not made of dairy, you know? That's why all the museums are refrigerated. Super delicious, too. Bring crackers, you know? That's how it works. I'm grateful for the life I've lived thus far. Very grateful. I feel like I've had a charmed life, very privileged life. And as such, I'm a very optimistic person. Very optimistic. I'm very gullible. Super gullible. Which is why I'm very nervous that I'm going to find Jesus. Something cataclysmic is going to happen. I'm just going to submit to the will of the Lord. Oh gosh. I'm afraid of that, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like if you're religious, totally cool. Like no skin off my back. I'm not trying to shame you or anything. I'm just looking out for all of you because considering the amount of enthusiasm I bring to conversations about Drake, I'd be insufferable. You guys, you wouldn't want me on Team Jesus. It would be real bad. I like Drake too much. My friends are getting worried. Alexa's getting a little depressed. You know. I'm like, play Hotline Bling! And she's like, when will death come? Please just drop me in the toilet already. Don't get any rice. It's gotten to the point to where I'm willing to shirk responsibilities for him, you know? Like when I found out that his concert in Tacoma was the same weekend as my sister's wedding, I was like, ugh. Dash, I'll probably have another one. Whatever. See you in 2 years. No, she's a lovely woman. Yeah, I have a sister. I have 2 sisters. They are 7 and 9 years older than me, which is significant, right? So I kind of felt like an only child growing up. So I had to find other things to do. Became very into rope. Rope was my new sister, you know? Got really into rope. I was obsessed with rope. I just loved I loved the utilitarian potential of rope. Like I was into rope in a romantic way. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know how to use it. Had no clue. I was really excited by the idea and the potential that I could use it to connect me to things, but I refused to learn how to use it, much like baby boomers and Facebook. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Which I shouldn't shame, because that stubborn no between baby boomers and Facebook has given us such gems as your great aunt writing on the official Walmart Facebook page, "Why are you out of corn?" Or, your grandma telling memes to not use such foul language. There's a lot of comedic potential. And I feel like we shouldn't take that for granted so much as they're taking technology for granted. So I growing up, because I was so young, so much younger than my sisters, I feel like I missed out on some key bonding moments. I was a tomboy growing up, and I never learned never learned how to put on makeup. Makeup was this weird kind of private ritual for me. I grew up, I got to junior high, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I had no clue what the next steps were. I observed privately. People called me a peeping Tom, and I'm like, I just want to know what primer is. It was tough. And that was really the meat of it, is that I just wanted to learn how to use makeup. And it was difficult, and I think and it made me self-conscious going into junior high. I didn't know how to do myself up. And that's why I hate, I'm terrified of, I'm very intimidated by sororities, which is stupid, but I'm oh, a house full of women who are willing to match every Saturday and know how to properly apply eyeshadow? No thanks. Not my thing, right? Can't do that. Don't want to go to Sephora because I'm afraid they're going to just smell the fear on me, you know? I'm going to become someone's next, commission check. That's... I'm $80 for eyeshadow? Great! Yeah, that's good for my skin. Sounds good, Barbara. So, dealing with that. A little bit about me. I am a bisexual woman, and I'm in the prime of my life, which means I want to have sex with everybody. I'm a dental hygienist, ginger, nimble fingers. She's working in my mouth a lot, don't act shocked. You all have dental hygienists, or have seen one, been with one. They're the new partner, just kidding. Okay, anyway. Stupid. Don't joke, don't try to tag this, you're in the last part of your set. Jensen, get it together. I also want to fuck adult Simba from 1994's The Lion King.
Fuck yes.
Absolutely, yes. I hope that child isn't still here. They're what? And then that mannequin from Nordstrom that's always giving me the coy look. You know the one. She doesn't have any eyes or a mouth, but I can tell what she's saying, you know? Body language. Sharp shoulders. But yeah, being a queer woman, I deal with a little bit of internalized homophobia, which is no fun. I don't like that at all. I also don't like that term, internalized homophobia. Ugh, too medical, right? So I just call it the queer spooks. It's more my speed, you know? It's more fun than something that sounds like a haunted house from the 50s that was absolutely homophobic, you know what I mean? Yes. If you don't have an idea of what the queer spooks are, let me paint a picture for you, alright? You're not straight. You start thinking about who you like to bone, then all of a sudden your brain just starts screaming, what if Mike Pence was right? Then you have to go find a chalkboard and just write, he's not, he's not, he's not, he's not, on it over and over again until you feel comfortable telling people you drove a Subaru in high school. So that's how that works. Don't recommend it. All right, y'all have been great. I've been Evelyn Jensen. I'll see you later.
Keep it going, man. Oh my goodness, Evelyn, hilarious.